What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel where it's all about the taco. Today we're in Las Vegas Convention Center for Sema, and I'm going to be showing you a one-of-a-kind Toyota Tacoma. Most of us are used to seeing overlanders, pre-runners, raw crawlers on the Tacoma platform, but today I'm going to be showing you a mix of NASCAR and JDM. Enough of my talk, let's go talk to the masterminds behind this build. Alright guys, I'm here with Brad, him and his father. They're the masterminds behind this beast here. Dude, how's the show been so far?
Oh gosh, dude, I'm tired.
You've been all over the place. I've been chasing him everywhere.
Hey, I will give it to you. This guy has been trying to get me over here like for 3 days. But no, this build was literally so much work. We've been 15, 18-hour days for the last 3 months. You know, we only had we built this truck in 90 days. But the preparation was about 6 months to have parts and stuff. But yeah, it's pretty insane. I mean, you got to think about it when you're building a vehicle literally from nothing. I mean, I used the Tacoma doors and the roof.
So basically, the doors and the roof is the only thing that's part of the Tacoma.
Yeah.
And then
Everything else was cut out. Started as a brand new vehicle that we literally went and picked up.
Wow.
And pulled a brand new cab off a brand new chassis and started.
Let's take a look at it.
Yeah. So the vision behind this thing, I've been thinking about this truck for like 2 years, and what inspired it is my racing career, and always, wanting to race IndyCar, and it has a lot of IndyCar features. So like, to start off with just how it looks, it's you got the big wide body, you got the roof scoop, all the aero. I got with Yasad Design on the look, and we went back and forth for months trying to just come up with a cool rendering that I liked. And once we kind of came up with what I thought was the exact what we needed to do, I got with my good buddy John that creates a lot of crazy vehicles, real life stuff. And with that, we took the ideas, and I got full factory support from Toyota TRD, and they helped with all the aero and the fenders. And so it's a long process. And that probably sounds pretty simple, but to make that happen is pretty unbelievable. So once we figured out exactly what everything was going to look like, we took it over to Advanced Fiberglass Concepts to literally have the fenders, the roof scoop, the rear diffuser, the front splitter, the side skirts, all that started out as chunks of high dense foam that was machined out in a mill. And then from there, everything was fiberglass and fenders were created. And that's the look of the truck. But aside from the look, there's an insane amount of other stuff put to this thing. So, we spent months with tech consulting on creating the geometry of the chassis. And I race a lot of rallycross, I do drifting, I do NASCAR, road racing, off-road, a lot of it. So I wanted to incorporate a little of everything. So we call it the performance truck because we can do all of it. So we have 74 degrees of steering in the front. We use Corvette C7 geometry in the rear to go road racing. We have a quick change rear end we could change in about 4 minutes. I have all QA1 shocks that are on quick valving, so I can undo like 8 Allens, pull out all the valve stacks, revalve the whole shock without losing 1 ounce of oil. You want to wait to the motor until we're up front, right?
Yeah, let's leave it for the end.
All right, we'll wait on that. But it's really, we built this to represent our DeBerti brand, and that's what we're all about. And the cool part is we filmed it on our TV show Twin Turbos that's on the Discovery Channel, and that's where you can watch everything. But really, it's a wild truck that when you take a picture of it, like in a white room, you almost can't tell if it's a rendering or real. And that was the whole goal behind it. So let's walk through it and kind of show everything. Yeah, so looking back here, a lot of thought went into weight ratios and how the truck performance-wise would be the absolute best. On a platform like this, I specifically wanted about 49% of weight in the rear of the truck. So we moved the radiator back, we moved the fuel cell back, we moved all the points back that normally are in the front to bring that weight back. But yeah, starting, if you look in here, you can see just all the dimension of everything. The Winner's Quick Change is rebuilt by RTS. It's literally rated for 2,000 horsepower. It's something that you usually see in like a sprint car. And you undo all those red bolts right there, and that's where the gearing is. So you undo that, pop the gears out, throw a new set in, whole new gear ratio. Everything is handmade. I mean, we use CBR radiators, but you can see all the plumbing, everything we had to make, which was insanely hard. And keeping in mind, keeping everything as light as possible. So one of my favorite things about the truck is the whole entire truck is on air jacks. So you stab this right here with 400 pounds of nitrogen, and the truck lifts up, fully droops out all the suspension. Underneath the tire, there's 5 inches from the tire to the ground. So, I mean, you can imagine how high the thing goes. And then we used all Forge Lines wheels that are center locks. So what a center lock is we went from rather than having like a 5-lug wheel like NASCAR style, we went to literally a 1-lug wheel. This is a 3-inch socket. It's like that big.
That's crazy, dude.
It's insane. So now when we do a pit stop, say if we're road racing, like GT3 style cars, because I've been into some GT3 racing too, and I took a lot of the ideas from those cars as well. So, you come in for a quick pit stop, you got a guy fueling, you hit the truck with air, it's off the ground. You have just one guy with a gun, he takes that off, you have another guy throwing a tire on. You got to think about it. Indy cars, they'll do a pit stop in about 2.8 seconds. This obviously we're not pulling IndyCar style, pit stops because they're gnarly, but it definitely speeds everything up. A lot of my racing is my dad and I, and it helps. When we're trying to get stuff done fast, and especially when we're at demos and trying to keep everyone entertained, it just helps a lot. So that's what's cool about this, and you could probably see the insane brake system that's behind this thing. We used all Alcon brakes. Now Alcon brakes is based out of the UK, and they make just incredible products. I mean, they're in most NASCARs, most Indy cars, the highest forms of racing. So we have 2 calipers in the rear. One caliper is for my foot pedal, so you have your normal brakes. The second caliper is tied directly to the handbrake in the truck that we also created. I'll show you that next. But the braking system in a truck like this is very, very critical, because there may be instances where I'm drifting and I would use 95% front brake. Or there may be instances where we're on a road race track and I need a lot of ratio on the back of the truck, so we could literally interchange and quickly adjust the whole entire truck. Going to the inside of the truck, I race a lot of off-road, so I wanted to have an off-road style look. I used a McNeil dash. It's full carbon fiber. The dash that holds all the AEM electronics, the Switch Pros, and the Safecraft fire extinguisher, that we designed and completely machined out of aluminum, and everything just kind of encapsulates and looks really clean. That's my new handbrake that I'll be selling on DeBerti.com. This handbrake is a 2-piece handbrake. I'll have about 10-15 different stems, and then the top of the handle I'll have about 10 or 15 different tops. What's up, man? So you could interchange whatever style you want. So I'm gonna have many different styles. We made it a 3-seat because it's an extra cab. I just thought, it would fill up the cab.
That's actually a sweet thing.
It's something you see in most pre-runners, you know? And again, I have an off-road background, and so that's why I did like a full rallycross style roll cage in it with the 3 seats. But the transmission, we have a RTS 6-speed sequential. That's connected to a QA1 complete carbon fiber drive shaft, because this thing makes a lot of power, which I'll show you in a minute. But yeah, we used all the good, best companies, light stuff. I mean, we got Sparkle all carbon fiber seats, steering wheel. I mean, the steering wheel is so light. I mean, literally a pencil is about as heavy as the steering wheel.
That's crazy, dude.
Yeah,
that's nuts.
It's pretty nuts. But yeah, we got a Mob Armor GPS for the for when we're going. For the passenger to kind of look at. It's more for the passenger than me. I mean, when I'm running this thing, I'm gonna be pretty focused. I won't have time to look at.
Dude, you got milliseconds to think.
Yeah, I won't have time to look at the GPS, but this thing's 10,000 RPM.
That's crazy.
I know you wanted me to wait till I get to the front, but it's pretty insane. So the motor is a full TRD NASCAR Cup Car Series truck motor. This motor's won 170 NASCAR races. It's a 420 cubic inch 900 horsepower naturally aspirated, 14-to-1 compression, complete race motor. You can't even buy this engine. I mean, it's literally, I have a 9800 rev chip in it.
That's insane, dude.
Yeah. So the exhaust, the way this thing sounds is insane. The other part that you can't see, which I wish you could, is we got with Gibson, and the headers all the way back, everything's handmade by Gibson. And the cool part was we got with TRD, and they came up with a tri-Y exhaust that actually is just completely like CAD drawn and figured out from TRD just from all the racing. And to make this thing sounds how it does, it just, they killed it on helping us with the exhaust system. So it sounds like, the only way I could explain it is if you had like 10 crotch rocket street bikes and they all revved at the same time.
Dude, I really wish we could show the viewers how loud this thing is. I saw your story. That thing is freaking...
I would get in trouble if I revved it.
I have a Silverado drift truck that we built about a year ago, and this truck scares me. This one right here. The other one's 1,000 horsepower with a Whipple supercharger, but this one's naturally aspirated and it's intense.
That's insane, man. You guys absolutely killed it.
For our viewers, where can they find you, Instagram-wise?
Yeah, I'm on Instagram, just at Brad DeBerti. You could watch our TV show that's coming out December 16th, second season. It's called Twin Turbos again, and that's on Discovery Channel. But yeah, I mean, this truck, it wasn't just built by my dad and I. You know, this is a group effort. To build something like this in 90 days takes the best of everyone. You know, we got the best guys like you know, Tech Consulting. We got Toyota. We got BF Goodrich, Forge Line. All these guys, everyone's come together, and it's a full team effort. So that's what I'm really stoked about. I mean, we're representing, I think, about 30 companies.
30 companies
to build this one truck.
That's awesome, man. Well, you guys definitely killed it.
Well, thank you, man.
It's safe to say it's a beast.
Oh, thank you. TacomaBeast.
TacomaBeast. All right, guys, that about wraps it up for this video. This Tacoma is absolutely insane. I'm really interested to know what are your thoughts on this thing. It's crazy, man. So leave a comment on the comment section down below. I can't wait to see this thing out on the road. Make sure to check out Brad. He's gonna be releasing his new season at the Discovery Channel. If you guys like this video, make sure to hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video.